How to build your dream life with an online digital business. I have done this. This is not theoretical. This is real, and you can do it too, as long as you follow these 5 simple steps. And these 5 steps are dream, goal, plan, structure, schedule. We're going to discuss these 5 steps, and by the end of the video, you will have a clear understanding of the process of building your dream life. So step 1, define your dream life. Create a picture of your dream life, where you live, how you live, who you live with, what you spend your time on. This part of the psychological process identifies the motivational aspect of your dream. This is what will keep you motivated in the long run. You have to spend time on this, fully enter into every detail of your dream life, and you need to record it. It is not enough to have a vague notion of what you want in your life. You have to define it clearly. People with a strong vision for their life can overcome so much more than those people that have no vision and just live moment to moment, reacting to life as it happens. So here's a tip. Use a vision board if you need help picturing your dream life. Step 2, create a goal. Set a financial goal, a monthly minimum income amount you need to realize this dream. This next step in the process helps you to set targets for your dream life. This helps quantify it. We need to take it from being a dream to a financially measurable goal. This is what engages the intellect in the process and puts the intellect in charge of the process. We can't build our dream life by listening to our emotions. This has to be an intellectual activity. This also gives us something we can measure, something we can use to evaluate our progress. Now here's a tip for you. Aim for the lowest amount you need each month. Don't make the goal harder than it needs to be. We want to keep this target realistic. We want to enter into the dream life at the earliest opportunity. So what is the bare minimum of your dream life? What is the lowest income amount you can aim for to achieve your dream life? We could always embellish the dream life once we've hit the basic target, but setting an impossible monthly goal will just discourage us and lead us to failure. Don't set a goal of £10,000 a month when £3,000 a month gets us in the door of our dream life. What we can do is aim for the £3,000 first and then push on to the £10,000. But have a clear financial goal in mind. Whatever target you set for yourself, that dream is never going to be enough by itself. It needs a clear goal for the intellect to operate on, so that you can then start to manifest that in your life by taking action on that intellectual goal. Step 3, create a plan. This part is where we decide what exact business we're going to start, what vehicle we're going to use for the journey. The business we choose has to meet certain criteria for it to work for us and to get us to commit to it. Find a business model that you will enjoy. The business you choose is going to be something you're going to be working on for the next few years and is likely going to take over every spare moment of your life, so you need to pick something that you will enjoy, that won't feel like a burden, that has meaning, has value to you personally, and is something you are genuinely interested in and passionate about. You're going to need that to carry you through the first part of building a business where it is typically all work and very little money. It has to be something you believe in. It has to have demand and proven profitability. Make sure that there is a demand for the business. Are there similar businesses already out there? Is there a market for this business? Are enough people interested in the subject that you want to share, that you want to teach about? Do you want to create products for? These are things you can research online to see if there are other people already running these businesses and are actually getting sales. It soon becomes clear if something is viable. Also look for people that are sharing their progress on YouTube or on other social media channels where they are actually running the business and not just telling you about the business opportunity, because they can help you figure out if the business is viable. Identify what skills you need to learn to run that business. Each business has a set of skills that are required if you want to run that business successfully. The more of these skills you have before you start, the quicker the business will become profitable. That doesn't mean you can't start a business you don't have skills in, but the training you will need to go through will mean the business will take longer to be established. Set a timescale for when the business should be a residual source of income that can pay for your dream life on its own. So in other words, that business has to cover the cost of your basic dream life. It can be as quick as 1 year if you have experience and have built a business before, but it can take up to 5 years if you're brand new and have to learn everything from scratch. Now, you can do it quicker than 5 years if you work hard and get a little bit of luck, but if you have no skill set in the business, you have to give yourself time to develop all of those skills. But the most important thing to do here is write the plan down, record the plan, review it periodically, and be prepared to adjust it as more information comes your way or things change in the industry. And the principle we're operating on here is the plans of the diligent lead surely to plenty. This is the key principle you have to adopt. Create a plan, stick to it, work on it, and remember it is the tortoise who wins the race. Step 4, build your structure. Systems and processes. These are the systems and processes that you need in place in order to be as efficient and productive as possible. You want everything you do to have the lowest time cost possible whilst maintaining the necessary quality standards that your customer typically needs. This is essential as your greatest resource in a business is your time. Learn to minimize the time it takes to do everything and then systemize that. This is often called creating standard operating procedures. Identify the equipment you need, but then get the most basic equipment you can get away with to start your business. Keep your costs down. Don't fall into the trap of loading your business with debt thinking that is the way to grow it. It slows growth because everything costs more money and more your profits are extracted by the credit card companies that you need to invest back into your business to create that growth. Now, I know, you need the latest and greatest equipment because someone on YouTube said you need this latest and greatest piece of equipment that has all these special features that you will never use. An example for video is a 4K camera with 120 FPS and you need to spend an additional $2,000 just to get that piece of equipment when you're shooting in 1080p and you can get away with a £1,000 camera or even your iPhone. Now, I know that because I did that. I listened to people and I ended up getting in debt with one of my early businesses, and it took me a long time to get out of that debt. And my wife was trying to tell me at the time we could simplify, but back then I didn't want to hear it. So I'm talking from personal experience. Don't listen to all these YouTubers out there. They're getting equipment sent to them by Sony and Canon and all the rest of it. They're not buying a lot of that stuff. So it's easy for them to say, oh, this camera's great, this would be wonderful, because they're not having to buy it, so they're not having to make those commitments. So be careful of that. Buy the equipment you need to complete the task, not the equipment you think you might need in future for some imaginary product that you're not actually creating. Keep it basic. Use what you have. As I already said, if you're starting a video-based business, just start with your iPhone. Get some cheap video lights, half-decent microphone, plug that into your iPhone, and learn to start filming that way. And you're good to go. Many people have been highly successful starting like that. And here's an important point. Once you've mastered the basic equipment, you will know what expensive equipment to invest in, because you'll be saying, oh, I wish it could do this. I really could do this. It would really speed my process up and my productivity. But do that with experience, not at the beginning thinking you need every piece of perfect equipment to make the business work. Business location. Find a place to run your business from. A small bedroom will do at the beginning. Again, we're trying to keep our costs down because we need to invest them back into the business to get the business to grow quickly. But try to set up a place where you can work and you don't have to set up every time. You want to remove all distractions and focus on the work itself. If you have to set up your workspace every time you want to work on your business and it takes an hour every time to get this camera out or these lights out or this mic set up, then that is an hour of productivity lost, and it will also incentivize you when it comes to creating products. You'll be thinking, oh, I've got to go through all these steps again. Can I be bothered today? No, you need to be able to walk in, sit down, have everything set up and not be distracted and worrying. I'm recording this, I'm the cameraman, I'm the director, I'm the guy in charge of audio, I'm the producer, I'm the editor. All of these things I do myself. But right now, I don't need to be distracted. So my studio is set up so I can walk in, switch everything on, hit record, and I'm going. Now you could do the same thing with an iPhone. If you've got an old iPhone, have it set up. When you get a new iPhone, keep your old one. Use that for filming. Find a space and set it up and then don't touch it. This will enable you to be as efficient as possible. Now, I understand that's not always possible for people, especially if they're sharing a home with someone else, but wherever you can, you need to think about your structure, your systems, your processes, and keep that as simple as possible. Training. Identify the training you are going to need and start taking as much of that as you can. Find free training to start that will give you the basic skills. Then look for good courses that teach you the structure of the business you're interested in. You want training that takes you through the process, step by step, of building that business from people that have actually done it. Avoid super expensive college courses from professors that teach but have never done the thing they teach. Go to the genuine experts. Get the basic training out of the way as quickly as you can so you can start being productive. But get the training first. It will save you time in the long run. Don't reinvent the wheel. Step 5. Create a schedule. Now we are into the nitty-gritty. We have defined our dream, created a goal, written a plan, created our structure. Now we need to put all of that into action. And that means that we have to create a schedule, a weekly schedule to carry out the plans diligently. We have to keep doing the things that generate success week in and week out, no matter how our business might look like it's doing, especially at the beginning. So that brings us to the free time budgets. Divide your business time into these free time budgets: product creation, marketing, administration. Now what you need to do is allocate daily time blocks to each of these tasks. Budget 1, administration. What most people do is go all in on product creation and then fall behind on accounts and basic admin, which ends up costing time and money. Do your accounts daily. That way you're not trying to reconcile your figures 3 months later when you can't remember what you spent on something or what this line and this bank account was for, and you spend hours just trying to figure out what an expense was on your bank account. Backtracking takes longer than doing it at the time or as close as possible to the time of the transaction. Ask us how we know. Budget 2, marketing. Do your marketing daily. The most common mistake people make is when they're starting a new business, they do marketing when the business is quiet and switch it off when they're busy. Then they ask, why is my marketing not working? Online marketing is all about consistency, posting every day, putting new content out, engaging with followers, and creating connections online. The value of building positive social proof around your business is sorely lacking in most businesses, and it is social proof that drives profitability. Do your marketing daily. Budget number 3, product creation. Every day you should be creating something to sell, working on a product that will bring you money, and something that is going to push the business forward. This is the most important activity in the sense of time investment for your long-term success. So I recommend you spend at least, based on an 8-hour workday, 6 hours on your product creation at the beginning, and then 1 hour on admin, which is accounts, emails, etc., and then 1 hour on marketing, which is creating posts and content. Once your product is created, that changes, and you start spending a lot more time on your marketing. But at the beginning, you have to have something you can market, and this is where the focus needs to be. Some people might ask, so why not just create the product and then start marketing it? And the simple answer to that is, you don't want to launch your product cold to an audience of 0. By building up an audience while creating the product, you have someone to launch the product to. That then generates social proof, and social proof then drives the sales of your products. This is a very important step. So these are the 5 steps. I did consider making a planning journal to map this out, and if that's something you would have been interested in, let me know in the comments and we can produce that. We have been playing with the idea, but we wanted to check demand for this subject first. But in the meantime, do these 5 steps and you're going to be surprised how quickly you're going to build your dream life with an online digital business. So a short aside, why create this video? This video is built on my own personal experience and a 20-year journey with good and bad experiences. Over the last few years, I've focused on building online digital businesses that now allow me to live my own dream life. I'm mortgage-free, debt-free, time-free, and live in a large house down by the sea. I owe nobody anything, and I want to help as many people as possible also become free to live a good, productive life without anyone else controlling them. So like and subscribe if you found this video useful and you want more help building your dream life, as we're going to be sharing lots more lessons that we have learned building businesses over the last 20 years. We have a free online marketing and sales training course on our website, and I'm going to put a link to that in the description. We also have a Business Buddies premium community where we provide structured premium entrepreneurial training, which comes at a cost. But we don't want you to buy that yet. We want you to watch our free stuff first. Now, please note, if you are financially struggling, we do offer free scholarships to the Business Buddies program. Obviously, we have to evaluate each application, but drop a comment if you need help with that, and I look forward to catching up with you in the next video.